Question to Robert there about terms and conditions. Certain fruit importers now will make you sign terms and conditions of their contracts before they'll give you a load. And some of these conditions will say, if you have immigrants in your trailer, we won't pay you for the load as it's contamination. How strong are these terms and conditions if it goes to a court of law?
T&Cs are standard. They're strong from the perspective that it's reasonable, and what is interpreted as being reasonable is relative to both parties. But the terms and conditions are read and understood and signed. So if there is a question or an ambiguity must invariably be resolved in part or by the party who did not write the contract. So your terms and conditions are binding.
But surely if there's a crisis with migrants in Europe, which we all know, and Joe pointed out, it's not 150 kilometres from a port now, it's 500 kilometres from a port. Like, it's a different zone, it's a different take on the whole industry now. You have migrants there that will jump into the trailer with force. They're being brought in by traffickers. It's an industry now, a black market industry, and they'll do anything to get into the trailer. But yet, people can enforce terms and conditions to suit themselves and change the goalposts whatever way they like, and the insurance won't say anything to them.
That is not my experience. You want to
It's my experience.
expand on it?
I think, guys, that's a very fair point, but it's not really an insurance point, believe it or not, because it is an industry problem that you've got that's going to be very difficult to fix, because effectively nobody is in a position to cover the event from an insurance perspective. You've got the convention, the CMR convention, has been overridden by the conditions that are being posed by your customers. So if you as individuals accept those conditions, you've just probably signed something that's most likely uninsurable. And the reason you're being asked to sign it is because the person who's asking you to sign it most likely can't insure it either. So you've got, back to the quandary that was on the board earlier on, it becomes a commercial decision whether you sign that contract or not. And I suspect that it's probably one that you should take up at an IRHA level or some such body, because it's one that's probably not solvable unless it's solved on an industry-wide basis.
I'll just add, if I may, to that. You know, a contract is an offer, a consideration, and an acceptance. And if at the time of reviewing your contract, the terms and conditions are not appropriate to your need, that is the time to speak with your broker.